Hi, it's Maggie with IdeateTV, and I'm here with Alexandra Nagy. She is the Southern California organizer of the Los Angeles Food and Water Watch. Hi, Alexandra. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about the Los Angeles Food and Water Watch? What exactly is it?
So Food and Water Watch, we're a national organization, and we really formed because we saw a corporate consolidation of our food and water systems, really policies and laws being put in place that benefit large corporations at the expense of the public. So we've really, in California, been fighting for the human right to water, keeping water a public good. And in California, when we're in this drought, it's really a big issue because we're seeing corporations abuse water for their pockets, for their bottom line, while over a million people in California go without access to safe, clean drinking water. So there's a huge equity issue in California, and we're seeking to address that through various drought policies.
Great, that's excellent. We certainly need your organization to help us combat those major issues. So let's talk fracking for a second. Could you talk to us a little bit about what is fracking and why is it so dangerous?
Right, so fracking is short for hydraulic fracturing. It's the process of using millions of gallons of water, sand, toxic chemicals at really high pressure to blast apart rock to get oil and gas out of the ground. In California, we kind of refer to it more as big picture fracking. There are other techniques in California that are used that are like acidizing, cyclic steam, that all use a lot of water, a lot of chemicals. And really the biggest problems are that the oil and gas industry is very unregulated. They pretty much get to do whatever they want. And in Los Angeles, what we've seen is that oil fields and oil wells are going up right next to where people live. And so these wells are emitting really toxic chemicals into the air. They're using lots of water, and people are really suffering from these types of close proximity. And then also in the Central Valley, we're seeing fracking take place right next to our food. In some cases, oil companies have spilled fracking wastewater, just damaging crops. And then in other cases, some farms actually want that oil wastewater to irrigate their crops because we have that little water that they're so desperate and will take whatever they can. So there's a lot of food that we're eating in California that's actually irrigated with oil wastewater. And there's just so much unknown about that. We don't know the chemicals going into it. We don't know what the long-term consequences are for our soil health or our community health. And so we're asking Governor Brown for a moratorium on fracking. We want to ban it. We think all fossil fuels should be kept in the ground, but we need to put a temporary halt on this practice until we can fully understand the public health impacts.
Right, and I completely agree. So could you tell us when the Food and Water Watch was founded and what was the inspiration behind the foundation of the organization?
Right, so we were founded in 2005, so this is our 10-year anniversary. Our executive director, Winona Hodder, she was formerly at Public Citizen, which is kind of when we first started really looking at consumer advocacy, consumer right issues, and we just saw, like I said, the food and water system. We saw corporations really consolidating and these systems turning into monopolies that aren't benefiting the consumer, and they're taking advantage of our natural resources. So Winona left Public Citizen to form Food and Water Watch because she thought these issues are so important they deserve their own organization. And that was 12 people back in 2005, and now we're over 100 people. We're in over 16 offices across the country, and our model is grassroots community organizing, really doing it from the bottom up, giving people the power to change, right, to take power back from these corporations and actually have a healthy, vibrant democracy, which we don't think is really there right now.
Right. Well, that's so great. You are obviously doing a lot of really great work, and we're so grateful for it. So one more thing, how can the Los Angeles citizens and Southern California citizens get involved?
Right, so we have an office outside of Culver City, and we love having volunteers come through. We are really volunteer run. I mean, people learn everything from talking to media, to writing, to running rallies, to lobbying their legislators. We are a volunteer organization, so check out our website. You can see our number there. You can find my email at foodandwaterwatch.org and get in touch with me, and I'll tell you how you can get involved.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Alex.